Good afternoon. Welcome. Good to see so many of you here. On this side, it's a bit busier than over on this side, and we still have some comfortable seats here. I see people standing in the back. The seats are really quite nice, so I would sit down here, and drinks around the house. Welcome also to the guests on the live stream. We're not forgetting you. We're thinking about you. We'll be continuing with an interesting topic. Smart solutions for small molecule gas systems. And we will have the experts talking about this, as you would expect here on the technical forum. So please welcome from Swagelok, the two technical service regional field engineers, Annette Koehler and Hapris Enclade.
I'll go on through this side.
Okay, so welcome everyone and thank you for attending our presentation about smart solutions for small molecule gas systems. So again, my name is Annette Koehler. I'm a field engineer for Swagelok Stuttgart, and this is my colleague Hapris Enclade, who's also a field engineer but for Swagelok Hamburg. So first of all, some introductory information for those of you who don't know us yet. So we've been founded 75 years ago, and we have a heritage of premium quality leak-tight fluid system solutions and components to ensure long-term safety during hydrogen applications. So our products are designed and manufactured for safe containment of very small molecule gases, just like hydrogen. And those three pictures that you see here are actually the main topics which we are going to focus on during the presentation. So on the one hand, we have components fit for hydrogen service, but also, which you can see in the middle, is we have custom solutions. So those are totally assembled and tested solutions that are tailor-made for specific customer applications. And thirdly, we also have a team of trained field engineers, just like the two of us. So we are globally a team of 250 field engineers that were trained to go on site and help you check for fluid systems and potentials. So I will start with material integrity. So what actually makes our components that well suited for hydrogen applications is that we set higher standards to our stainless steel 316. On the one hand, we ensure at least 17% of chromium, which helps to protect against all common types of corrosion, but also we set the nickel content to at least 12%, and that is actually how the crystalline structure within the stainless steel is stabilized, so it helps defend against hydrogen embrittlement and maintaining the greater ductility of our stainless steel in long-term applications and also at very high pressure applications. And focusing more on our components, so the probably most popular components, and many of you might already know it, is our Swagelok gaugeable tube fitting, which is a mechanical grip design with two ferrules. So it consists out of a fitting body, two ferrules, and one nut. And the back ferrule, it helps hold the tubing in place and provide vibration resistance, while the front ferrule, it creates a very long leak-tight seal on the outside diameter of the tubing and against the fitting body. So you have this very long seal, which helps to contain very small molecule gases as well, just like hydrogen. And one advantage is that it's very easily installed. You just need 1 1/4 turn of the nut, and it's gaugeable at first assembly. So kind of very easy assembly for the tube fittings. And another one of our fitting products is our Swagelok FK fitting, which is specially designed for very high pressure applications. So FK stands for 15K PSI, which is 1034 bar, so very high pressure applications. Or 20K PSI, but that depends on the tubing and the standard you apply. And this fitting, it has basically the same advantages like the standard tube fitting. So you'll have this vibration resistance provided by the back ferrule and this very long seal provided by the front ferrule. But also you'll have this dynamic wedge, which you can see in the blue circle, which enables two options of assembly. So you can either assemble it by turn. You'll also need one full turn of the male nut, or you can assemble it by torque. So there are several options for assembly. And one more thing about our components before I hand over to my colleague is that we don't just have fittings that are fit for service in hydrogen applications, but we have a whole catalog that is dedicated to address hydrogen safety and components that are well suited and tested for hydrogen applications. Here are some examples. So we have check valves, ball valves, hoses, filters, but we have many more like pressure gauges and so on. So if you are in need of any components, just feel free to visit us at our booth. We'll be happy to assist you in selection, and we also have some of those catalogs printed out for you. So we'll be happy to help you.
Thank you. So as Swagelok field engineers, one thing that we do is assist customers with not only components, but also with designs of systems. And here's an example of an electrolyzer where the customer wanted to sample what's actually coming out to determine the quality of hydrogen. And they looked at, do we want to do single stream or do we want to do multi-stream selection? So analyzers can be expensive. Swagelok field engineers help to see how could we make that work with stream selection, still acquire a representative sample. Another thing, we have a few examples of custom solutions. These are assemblies, different things like priority panel, high pressure grab sampling, the actual refilling stations on vehicle and virtual pipelines. So we assist not only in design, the feasibility or whatnot of the system, but also looking how it can be implemented, doing complete CAD constructions to make sure everything's fit, and delivering these panels as well. One of the core aspects of Swagelok field engineering is where we go on site, we assess systems that are in use currently. Maybe they're performing okay, but the customer wants them to perform better. Maybe they're not performing well, but one thing that we're asked to do is leak testing, loss of containment. Entering hydrogen systems, as you know, hydrogen, it burns colorless. You can't see it. The heat does not, sorry, I forgot the word, expand out. You can't feel it. So before entering the system, thermal imaging to see if there's a temperature increase somewhere. Once entering the system, using ATEX equipment to locate acoustic leaks, and then verifying that these leaks are actually leaks and not just noise using a liquid leak detector. Many other services that we offer also, but this is one that seems to be popping up more and more in the hydrogen community. Another thing we do is we look at, okay, setting up that system, what could be necessary as far as regulation, flows, things of that nature. Some customers may even be concerned about the temperature increase due to the inverse Joule-Thomson coefficient from hydrogen. Here's an example. Customer brought us a hand drawing and said, I want a full-blown system. How can you improve it? And then we do the P&IDs for it to determine, okay, you know, how could this work? How could this look if you construct it? We also have dynamic fluid software solutions, licensed software that we use in order to determine, you know, line sizing, economical solution, cost savings, and vent lines. That's it.
Thank you.
Wonderfully on time. My compliments. Okay, and that also means we still have some time for some questions from the audience. So please, do raise your hand if you have a question. Don't be shy. It might be a bit tech. Oh, there is a question. There we go.
Thank you very much. What is the diameter range of your products?
From from 1/8 to 2 inch, or 3 millimeter to 50 millimeter, and there we can actually, 1/16 to 2 inch, and 3 millimeter to 50 millimeter, but 2 millimeter and 1 millimeter are also possible.
All right, any other questions? No, all right. If you do still think of a question, you are, of course, more than welcome to continue this conversation with Swagelok at their booth, which is located at B14. So that is somewhere over there, not too far, and I'm sure they can help you with any remaining questions. So one more time, please, a warm applause from Swagelok.